Tensions remain high in Hong Kong after a second day of transport chaos and clashes. Massive demonstrations continue across the city tonight.
And you're looking at now live pictures out of Hong Kong. We know that several train and bus services have been suspended due to roadblocks and police clearance operations. Local universities have announced that classes will be cancelled again tomorrow because of vandalism at campuses and concerns that traffic may still be disrupted. And in the last hour, police have fired tear gas in Mong Kok and at Chinese University. A number of protesters have been seen using makeshift weapons and setting massive fires at the university campus.
Yes, and that is the location where you can see the live images. They're coming to you now. Now let's get you up to speed with what happened earlier today. Parts of Central resembled Battlegrounds as protesters and police exchanged rounds of bricks and tear gas. Thousands descended on the Central Business District, chanting slogans as they marched down main roads.
Additionally, defiant demonstrators engaged in intense standoffs with police at university campuses in Kowloon Tong, Sha Tin and on Hong Kong Island. Activists set a vehicle on fire at Chinese University and were seen hurling bricks and petrol bombs at officers. Our correspondent Afifa Arifin reports.
Clashes between anti-government protesters and the police, which began early this morning, is still continuing into the evening as citywide strikes enter its second day. Police had fired multiple rounds of tear gas here in the financial district of Hong Kong as thousands took to the streets to voice their democratic demands. Now, anti-government protests have rocked Hong Kong for 5 months now with no signs of slowing down. The authorities have issued stern messages to the protesters. They say that it is wishful thinking if they feel that the escalating violence will force the government to cave into their demands. At a media conference this morning, Hong Kong's Chief Executive Carrie blasted the protesters, calling them selfish and the enemy of the people for the widespread violence that has paralyzed the city. The police have also called the escalating violence and said that the Hong Kong's rule of law is at the brink of collapse. They say that many of these acts by protesters are random and murderous. They said many protesters had set up barricades and more dangerously thrown items from bridges, hitting very innocent people along the way. More than 280 arrests have been made just yesterday alone, and many more arrests are expected to be made today and tomorrow as protesters plan to strike the city once more on its third day of citywide strikes. Afifa Arifin, CNA, Hong Kong.